for the time, it was like a really like beautiful game.
It still is pretty
So
fucking pretty.
yeah, even still,
It's amazing that it's as old as it is. When you look at it, you're like, how is this old? It still looks gorgeous. It still looks really good.
yeah, it makes me wonder how the remaster is going to be.
Yeah, the what gets me really excited about that remaster is it should run better on multi-core systems now, because that's always been the problem, is it hammers one core.
Oh, because when that game come out, like 2007 or something.
Yep.
Yeah, 2007. Yeah, at
2
the
years
time,
after this.
yeah, a lot of games at the time ran on one core. Like, I mean, Fallout 3 is a good example because for the longest time, you couldn't even run that game without going into like the INI file, like changing like how many cores it uses.
Yeah,
manually.
you need to go if you're gonna play through Fallout 4. You need to. I can't go that way. You need to get like the mod manager and like the memory extender and shit.
Yeah. So a lot of games just that ran on one core at the time. That was kind of a big it kind of sucks like now, obviously, because a lot of games obviously like all use like more than one core at least, and you can't really like run a game like using one core anymore, or games that require like one core. But I mean, even if you get, I mean, once you get the game running, it's fine. But
There is actually a YouTube video that's like how to get it running on modern systems that I recommend.
Fallout 3.
That I recommend following step by step.
Yeah, because there's a lot of things you have to fucking change around, and even then, it still doesn't work for me. It still crashes all the time.
God damn it! Fuck off!
Yeah, speaking of Fallout 3, like, and also speaking of remasters, I mean, I think Fallout 3 really needs a remaster of some sorts.
I would love for it to get remastered.
Yeah, because I think it really deserves it, even on consoles. But at the same time, like, even on PC, like, because a lot of people can't even get the game running on PC, like right now, for example.
Yeah, for a lot of people, it's easier just to get an Xbox One X.
And just play it on there.
For the record, it does have enhanced X support, and you get a pretty clear and gorgeous picture that way. Proper remaster could do it more good, but
yeah.
As of right now, that's the closest to a remaster that we got. And Oblivion also has that, and Morrowind works on it too.
I wonder how Morrowind looks on it.
Morrowind actually looks pretty impressive on the Xbox One X. Like, you play at 4K. The thing about the original version of Morrowind is it ran at an unlocked frame rate on the original Xbox.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that.
So when you run it on the Xbox One X, you get 60.
Oh, that's cool.
It's very cool.
I was wondering that.
The end result is it runs so much smoother. The console version runs so much smoother than it ever has before. It's kind of awesome.
I didn't know that. That's kind of cool.
But it's old school monitor.
Oh, was it? Oh, hell yeah, I missed that.
The CRT. I wouldn't mind having a CRT for my 486.
That would be a good match. Like, it's better than having like a flat screen, like 4x3 monitor. I mean, like, kind of like something like what I used to have.
One leg is pinned to the wall. Look at that.
Oh, that's beautiful. You gotta appreciate the ragdoll like Gibbs in these games.
Yeah, this game, God Fear is such a great game.
Yeah, the first game's really great. I mean, the second game's good as well.
The
I
second
wouldn't
game's
say
second game's not amazing, but it's pretty good.
still a fun game. Not as scary. Doesn't rely too heavy on the horror elements like the first game. For what it is, it's so good. But I mean, obviously, never played the third game. Definitely a game we're going to play in the future, like co-op wise, anyway.
Fat ass.
Yeah, Fat Ass leaves us behind. He's very untrustworthy.
Yeah,
And then there was Fear Online.
Yeah, I forgot about Fear On. Didn't that have like a? Didn't that have like a campaign that you could play through as well, like with your buddies? I thought it had like a co-op thing.
It might have, but like I don't know too much about the Fear Online, honestly. I think I downloaded it one time and played like 2 minutes of it, like the tutorial, and I was like, oh fuck this. But I think it definitely had like some sort of like campaign. But I know it had like deathmatch and like things like that. I just wasn't too interested at the time. You can't get it anymore. It's like, I think it's completely defunct at this point.
Okay, we've reached interval 6.
Yeah, some of these intervals are really long. This game is a pretty long game.
Yeah, it's at least 10 hours. At the very least 10 hours. I mean, by the time we get done with this stream, we'll probably be at 8 hours of gameplay uploaded to YouTube.
Yeah, this is like a 30-part game. Or like over 30 parts.
Yeah, this is going to be a lengthy Let's Play, so strap in, boys and girls. We're in for the long haul, but hey, nothing wrong with that. Fear's really, really good. I like it a lot.
It still holds up, too.
Yeah, it holds up very, very well. Right now, I'm leaning toward...
Oh, the turret's a fucking asshole.
You will learn about me, dipshit. You will fear me.
No pun intended. Yeah, maybe the game won't like hold up like graphically wise anyway, but like it definitely holds up in gameplay. So I know a lot of people are kind of, some people just can't play games with bad graphics for some reason.
Yeah.
It's kind of annoying.
Yeah.
But for gameplay wise, this game really holds up, and it's a lot better than most modern first person shooters even.
It really is. Like the sound design is just fucking amazing in this game.
Yeah. And it really blends the horror elements really well too. Because I mean, I think first and foremost, this game's a really good first-person shooter, but like at the same time, it has these really fine-tuned horror moments that really make it stand out from like the rest of the pack at the time, and even like now even. Because even this game came out in 2005, and I mean the year before, like Doom 3 came out, and that was a horror first-person shooter.
Yeah, which is also very good. I want to play that sometime.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
I'll probably do Doom 64 before we do Doom 3, but
yeah, I'm actually playing through that for the first time. That was the first Doom game I ever played, but I mean, I'm actually playing through the game entirely for the first time. I'm on level like 23, I think. The farthest I ever got when I was a kid was like level like 8 or 9, because there was a really hard, annoying ass part. One of the later levels.
Yeah.
Really fast.
And the controls on the 64.
And also, yeah, Because there's a one part in like one of the later levels, like level 8 or 9, that like there's like this chasm you fall into and you can't get out of, and there's specters everywhere, and it's pitch black, and you can't do anything about it. I always died at that, and I just rage quit it every single time. But I mean, that's a honestly, I think Doom 64 is one of the best games in the whole entire series. Because I mean, the atmosphere is so on point, the music's great, the later levels when you're in hell are like really awesome. The level design's really cool later on too. And I think co-op would be really cool as well. Like I'm playing on Watch Me Die, which is the hardest difficulty, and which is pretty much like the ultra violence of the game because it's a lot different difficulty wise.
Yeah.
Than other games.
Ultra violence is usually the difficulty that I typically play Doom on.
Yeah, because like Doom 64 doesn't have like a nightmare where it's like it doesn't have a difficulty where like enemies respawn. Like Watch Me Die is the hardest, but like all it does is like it gives you more enemies to kill basically. So it's kind of like just ultra violence in a way. That's what I'm playing on. I think that'd be good for the co-op playthrough because it gives us more fodder to kill.
Yeah, there is a way we can do co-op with that, which I'm really want to do.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun, I think, honestly.
But right now, I'm leaning toward the first Resident Evil next.
Yeah, that's cool.
If you don't mind
I need to
following
replay
a
that,
guide so I won't get hopelessly fucking lost, because otherwise I probably will, because I don't know it very well.
You know, it kind of sucks because I mean, I'm like that's my favorite series of all time, and I've only ever beaten the original Resident Evil one time in my entire life. But I've beaten like the remake like 20 times, like literally like 20 times. Like I just never really cared to play the original. Like after playing the remake, like it kind of negates the original PS1 game in a way. But like I never like I really need to like play through that before we do that playthrough to kind of refresh my mind because I kind of have a general idea like what to do. Because the game, like the remake, is very different from the original game.
Yeah, that's what I've always heard. I own the remake for the PlayStation 4 version of it, rather, but I never played it. So.
Yeah, I would actually recommend people playing the remake first, even though like, actually in some ways I would actually say like playing. I would play the first. I play the PS1 game first because, like if you play the remake first, you can't really appreciate the original as much.
That didn't kill it?
Yeah, that's fucked up.
I fucking shot it with a rocket.
I guess I missed somehow. That's kind of weird.
That's some bullshit.
But yeah, I played the remake first and then played the original, and I couldn't get into it as much because it's kind of an inferior version of the game. In a lot of ways. I mean, obviously the voice acting is fucking atrocious.
But that voice acting, though...
It kind of makes... I mean, the voice acting is atrocious as hell, but at the same time, it's kind of endearing and kind of amusing at the same time. Because, I mean, the game itself is really B-movie-esque anyway, so... It's... I mean, like, the horrible voice acting kind of makes it awesome in a way. Like, a weird way, it's like, it's so bad it's good in that kind of way. Because in the remake, the voice acting is a lot better in the remake, and the lines are redone, and he doesn't say Jill sandwich in the remake. He says like you would have fit nicely into a sandwich. That's what he says in the remake.
Which is a better line, not a good line, just a better one.
It's just a better variation of the same like concept.
Because I think if they had completely removed Jill sandwich, people would have bitched.
Yeah, like that's a huge like. That's probably the biggest like line other than like Master of Unlocking or something like that. Even in the remake, he doesn't. I don't think he even like alludes to that. Even he doesn't really say that at all. I mean, like they really like redone like the entire like dialogue in that game. But yeah, that's gonna be a good playthrough. Like the original Resident Evil.
We'll do both characters. I'm not going to do like both scenarios, both characters, just both characters.
Because yeah, in that game, I don't think there isn't really a difficulty in that game. Like actually, the difficulty is Jill's like the normal mode, and Chris is the hard mode because Chris has less inventory slots, and like I can't remember the specifics of the original game, but in the remake, he doesn't get the lockpick, but he has to get like these old keys to unlock the lockpick doors. I'm not sure. I can't remember if that's in the original game or not, but like the game's a lot harder with Chris than it is with Jill. I played Jill my first time on the PS1 version.
Yeah, with Jill, you get the 2 extra inventory. Like, you get less health, but you get 2 extra inventory slots, and that's a godsend.
Yeah, I think she takes less health. I mean, I think she has a less health pool too. I think Chris can take more damage. I think.
She also gets access to the shotgun earlier.
Yeah, because you can just skip the broken shotgun shit like early on. Because like, a berry will save you. Because you need to like switch out it's like an Indiana Jones type of thing. We have to switch out the shotgun with a broken shotgun to like not activate like a booby trap.
Boy, when I find fat ass, I'm going to shoot him in the fucking face. Or Harlan Wade's gonna shoot him in the fucking face. I think Harlan Wade shoots him.
Yeah, because he dies in some way. I can't remember.
And you're sitting there like, good riddance, fat ass.
Yeah, really.
Yep, I gotta go the other way. God damn it. Alright, back under here.
I think at some point you should play like one of the Silent Hill games too. That'd be really cool.
I have 1, 3, and 1, 2, and 4. I don't have 3.
Yeah, I think 4 is my favorite, like personally, but like a lot of that's kind of divisive. It's one of those divisive games in the series. Even though it's made by Team Silent, but it's so different from the other games. But the first game would be good to play through. It's still a great game. And obviously 2 is like for a lot of people 2 is the pinnacle of the series.
God damn it. Fucking... These things are annoying. Okay, how far back did it set me?
Automatic defensive measures are active in this area. Unauthorized personnel will be shot on sight.
Okay, I got that one shut off. Now let's go do this again. You still there?
Yep.
Get this again.
Goddamn turrets are a bitch.
Yep. Save game. Yes. Unauthorized personnel. Yeah. The only real complaint that I would have with this game is that the level design's pretty repetitive. Like, outside of that, fuck, this game's so good.
Yeah, like the level design is like the game is like a majority of the game is like office building type of like level design and things like that. But like, I mean, like the game gives you like a variety of enemies to kill, and it kind of changes the monotony around. keeps it fresh. Even right now with these fucking turrets.
Ah!
I would just spam that medic kit button.